Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And on today's video, I want to quickly talk about some very important things about your skills. 5 truths that you must know about your skills. On this very channel, we are going to be concentrating more on how you can turn your skills into profit. There are very many people today who do not know what they have. They are experienced, they have some very unique skills, and some people are knowledgeable. They have some very unique knowledge. Some have learned some, mind-blowing things that can become profit for them. But guess what? Many do not know what they have. So even though they are talented, even though they have skills, even though there are certain things that they can do that others cannot do, they are still broke. And this is not what it should be like. So on today's video, I just want to quickly talk about 5 truths you must know about your skills. And I'm telling you, the biggest challenge many people have today is that they don't know what their skill truly is to them. So you see someone who knows how to do certain things, is ignoring that knowledge because he doesn't know what that skill truly is to him. So today, I'm going to be sharing some of these few truths that you must know about your skill. The first thing you must know about your skill is that your skill is an advantage in the labor market. Now, mind you, when I'm talking about skills here, I'm talking about your talent, I'm talking about your knowledge, I'm talking about your experiences, I'm talking about the skills, the things that you know how to do best. You may have learned them from school, you may have learned them from a technical college, but whatever it is, this is what I'm trying to talk about. Everyone has something that the world can benefit from. But until you know what you carry, you cannot really benefit from what you carry. You get the point now? So the first thing you've got to know about your skills is that it is your advantage in the labor market. Trust me, whether you believe this or not, this is the truth. It is your advantage in the labor market. There are many people out there, with several skills, with several talents. There are many people applying for jobs. There are many people looking for several positions, several openings just to fit in. You see? But in the midst of these, what guarantees that you will be fixed? What guarantees that you will have your own share of the labor market? What guarantees that you will have a place in the labor market? It is your skills. And this is one of the reasons you see you must begin to look at your skills in a different way. Maybe you are listening to me right now, you know how to teach, you're a teacher. Listen carefully. Don't joke with that skill. Don't joke with it. You know how to sing. Don't joke with it. This is your ticket to getting a place out there in the labor market. This is the truth. You get the point now. So understand this, that your skill is your advantage in the labor market. That's number one. Number two thing you must know about your skill is that it is the reason people will release their money to you. Listen very carefully. We are living in a world where people are going through financial issues. I'm telling you, out of every 10 persons you see out there, the odds are there that 8 of them are actually going through some financial challenges. But the thing here is this: in the midst of the challenges that they are going through, trust me, they are still willing to release their money to some of those things that they deem very important to them. For example, no matter how people complain that they are broke, at the end of the month, they are still able to cough out money to pay for their rent. And in most cases, that may just be all that they have. But because they know that the roof over their head is so important, listen carefully, they will do everything to use even their last money to pay for their rent. This is how the world runs. Now, if you are able to harness your own skills, hear me, to the point where it becomes beneficial to people, listen carefully, people will be willing, even in the midst of their tight financial budget, they'll be willing to bring out money and still pay you. So you've got to understand that your skills is the reason people will release their money to you. People don't release their money to you because you are so handsome or because you are nice or because you are kind. No, they don't do that. The reason people will release their money to you is because of your skills, what they are going to benefit from your skills. And this is one of the reasons you see you must learn how to truly convert your skills into profit. I'm coming up with a course. Okay, in that course, I took out time to explain some of these details on how to identify your skill, how you can, become really profitable, using your skills, and how people can truly benefit from you. Because see, a man who has been able to identify his skills will not only benefit from that skill, even other people will benefit from it as well. So you've got to understand that your skills is the reason why people will release their money to you. So the question is, what do you know how to do? What skills do you have? Because most of the time, people overlook what they already have and they are trying to look for what more they can learn. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But the truth of the matter is, until and unless you identify what you already have, even though you go for something else, you will still not be able to benefit from it because you have not mastered the art of taking advantage of what you already have. That's the truth. You see, sometimes you see someone who is an accountant, and because nobody was willing to employ him or her, they begin to look for something else that they can do, not understanding, not realizing that what they already know how to do can go a long way to benefit others and bring to them a lot of profits. So what I'm trying to communicate to you here is that you must begin to look within now. You must begin to look within now, because all the profits you want to make in your life is tied to your skills. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. So you've got to understand that your skills is the reason why people will release their money to you. Now let's take a look at the third one. Your skills is actually your money. Oh, come on here. See, I'm really hoping that you are able to get this. There are people today who are busy chasing after money. I did this many years ago. Trust me. I did it many years ago, and I did it for so many years. Chasing after money, trying to make ends meet. Now, when I'm talking about chasing after money, I'm not talking about running after money per se. Okay. But what I'm trying to communicate here is that the goal was just how to get money. The goal was how to be profitable. But the challenge that I faced then was that while I was looking for how to be profitable, I was not looking at what I already have that I can use to become profitable. And this is where many people are today in their lives. And I'm telling you, you see people who are skilled in a certain area, but they are doing something else, underpaid for it. You've got to understand how this thing works. The real money is not the paper. The real money is actually the skills. Your skill is your money. And listen carefully, I can boldly tell you right now that you are rich. You are a multi-millionaire. You are a multi-millionaire, the way some people will say. And for you now, you're surprised. You're looking at me like, come on, what are you saying? But that's the truth. You are a multi-millionaire in any currency you can think of. But the question is, do you believe it? For a lot of people listening to me right now, they will not believe it. And I know why. Because their definition of being a multi-millionaire is having millions in your account. That's what the society has made us to believe. But is that really true? The answer is no. What makes you a multi-millionaire is what you have in your possession that can be of benefits to others. We're talking about value. We're talking about value. You see that skills that you have? Maybe you know how to teach, or maybe you're a graphic designer, or maybe you know how to play football, or maybe you are gifted in certain areas of your life. Listen carefully. Don't joke with it. You see that thing you know how to do? It has the capacity of generating millions for you. That's why I can boldly tell you that you're a multi-millionaire. But you see, until and unless you begin to learn to understand this truth, it's never going to happen. You will keep finding yourself chasing the notes, chasing the paper, not understanding that it is what you have that is what attracts the paper. Money was not meant to be pursued. Money was meant to be attracted. Become the magnet, because that is who you truly are. So I want to encourage you, understand this truth. Your skill is actually your wealth. Your skill is your money. If you understand this, everything will change. You get the point now? Now, before we go into the next point for today, the next truth you've got to understand, if you're liking this video, if this video is blessing you, or you are gaining anything from this video, please smash the like button. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because I'm going to be dishing out more and more of these truths to you, so that the idea is to bring you to that place where you appreciate what you already have and know how to harness what you already have, know how to use your skills to create products that will become a huge blessing. So this is something that I truly want you to understand. Now, let us move to the next truth you've got to know about your skills. Listen, brothers and sisters, your skills can change your story financially. That's the truth. Your skills can change your story financially. Let me tell you something. When you see people who are not doing so well financially, there is only one reason. And I can tell you this, there is only one reason for it. The reason is because they've not come to discover what they have. If you discover what you have and you know how to serve men with what you have, I'm telling you, it can change your story completely. Go and look at all the big guys in the world today. Is it Bill Gates? Is it Elon Musk? These are men who have become loaded today. They've become very rich. How did it happen? It was through their skills. That's the truth. Look at the other day, Elon Musk announced that people should buy his perfume so that he can use the money to pay for Twitter. It was just one very short tweet. Guess what? In less than 24 hours or more, that perfume sold millions. Now, how did it happen? He knew what people are looking for. He had an idea of how to come up with a perfume that people will like. And so he invested in that, created a product. And today, in 24 hours, that perfume sold millions. Understand this. Your skill can change your story. Now, while you are listening to this, the question I have for you is, what do you think you have in you that can literally change your story? Because something I discovered, an average person that you see on the street, they have more than 10 skills that can change their stories. The challenge is they've not discovered any. In my upcoming course, I'm going to be sharing more on how you can truly discover that skill of yours that can truly change your story, that can make you become profitable. Because there are some skills that can make you to be profitable. There are skills that can make you very wealthy. And then there are some of them that will do nothing much in your life. And that's how it goes. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Now, if you want that course, you just drop in the comment box and say, I want it. Now, let's take a look at the final truth that you've got to know. Your skills can make you stand amongst princes. That's the truth. Understand this. Your skills is what sets you apart. Your skills is what makes you to stand before men of timber and caliber. That's the truth. So my question for you is, what have you learned over the years? If you've not learned anything, it's not late. But there is something that you should go for. Go for something that will make the world come looking for you. Have you noticed something? I'm going to wrap up with this. Have you noticed something? That it is in the nature of men to have needs and wants. And guess what? You see these two things. These are things that men don't wait for you to bring it to their doorstep. They go for it. In other words, they can go the extra mile for it. For example, a man who is sick, very sick, he doesn't wait for the doctor to come to the house. He goes to the doctor. That's how serious the need is. He will go and look for the doctor anywhere the doctor is. But guess what? The doctor is just sitting down and waiting for someone who is going to need what he has been trained for. And when he was training, that guy who was in need didn't know anything about this training. Or when the need arose, rather, he decided to go look for this guy who has been trained. That's how it goes. So I want you to understand this truth about your skill. And I'm telling you, it can go a very long way to help you. So I don't want to make this video very long. I just want you to understand that your skills can literally change your life. So I want to encourage you to look inwards, look for ways in which you can discover your skills. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you.